But my colleague Himanga Gopal forgot to tell you something, another information he forgot to tell you.
Yeah.
So this is Sunday morning after the Saturday festival.
Yeah.
We always take 10 minutes time to speak in children language.
Okay.
Today is only 2 children here, but normally there's
Yeah.
many. And before you start reading, if you allow me to, setz dich richtig hin. This little boy is going to explain to us what you are going to do.
Okay.
So he is going to speak in German language and I will translate for you.
Sure.
Okay, Damodar, kannst du uns bitte erklären, worum es hier geht?
Also, der Lotschetanja hat gesagt, den 6 plus 20, dass die also ja, jetzt ist ja Kali Yoga und dann sind die Leute, ganz viele Leute, also nicht mehr schlau. Deswegen hat der Lotschetanja die 6. Swami hat gesagt, dass sie alle Bücher lesen würden und das Wichtige in ein Buch reinschreiben, den wir jetzt lesen.
Okay, und was sagt dieses Buch?
Keine Ahnung mehr.
Ja, hast vergessen. Okay, steh mal auf und zeig uns, wo der Chaitanya ist und die 6 Goswami ist und welches Buch wir sprechen. Nee, hier, auf dem Achter.
Der Chaitanya ist da.
Ja, wo sind die 6 Goswami?
Ja.
Und wo ist das Buch, das wir lesen?
Hier.
Okay, so now we'll translate what he told us.
Yeah, yeah.
He said, Lord Chaitanya told to the six Goswamis to go all over to scrutinize and read all the holy scriptures because Lord Chaitanya knew that this is Kali Yuga and people nowadays are not very intelligent and we will not have a chance to study all these books. So Lord Chaitanya told them to write one book with all the important instructions so we can learn to worship Krishna, and this book is this one. That's what he told us. Okay, Maharaj, sorry.
Okay, thank you. So we are reading from Nectar of Devotion, Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, chapter 20, chapter entitled Transcendental Mellow. In the second division of Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, the author offers his respectful obeisances unto Sanatana. The Sanatana can be interpreted as either Sri Krishna himself, or Sanatana Goswami, the elder brother and spiritual master of Rupa Goswami. In the case where Sanatana is accepted to mean Sri Krishna, the obeisances are offered to Krishna because he is naturally so beautiful and because he is the killer of the demon Aga. If it is interpreted to mean Sanatana Goswami, then it is because he is so greatly favored by Rupa Goswami, being always served by him, and because he is the annihilator of all kinds of sinful activities. In this division of Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, the author wants to describe the general symptoms of the transcendental mellow, loving mood of discharging devotional service. In this division of Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, there are 5 general topics: Vibhava, special symptoms or causes of ecstasy; Anubhava, subsequent ecstasy; Sadvika Bhava, constitutional or existential ecstasy; Vyabhachari Bhava, aggressive ecstasy; and Sthayi Bhava, fervent or continuous ecstasy. The word rasa used in Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu is understood by different persons differently because the exact English equivalent is very difficult to find. But as we have seen, our spiritual master translate the word rasa into mellow. We shall follow in his footsteps and translate the word in that way. The particular loving mood attitude relished in the exchange of love with the Supreme Personality of Godhead is called rasa or mellow. The different types of rasa, when combined together, help one to taste the mellow of devotional service in the highest degree of transcendental ecstasy. Such a position, although entirely transcendental to our experience, will be explained in this section as far as possible, following in the footsteps of Srila Rupa Goswami. Without relishing some sort of mellow or loving mood in one's activities, no one can continue to perform such activities. Similarly, in the transcendental life of Krishna consciousness and devotional service, there must be some mellow or specific taste from the service. Generally, this mellow is experienced by chanting, hearing, worshipping in the temple, and being engaged in the service of the Lord. So when a person feels transcendental bliss, that is called relishing the mellow. To be more clear, we may understand that the various feelings of happiness derived from discharging devotional service may be termed as the mellow of devotional service. This relishing of transcendental mellow in discharging devotional service cannot be experienced. Am I finished this chapter? Will I finish this chapter?
Yeah, you don't read so much, you just what you want to talk about.
Jai Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu Ki Jai. Om Agyana Timirandasya Jnana Saladaya Chakshuranmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Madhavishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Swapadhantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Papadakam Shri Guru Vaishnavam Cha Shri Rupa Sangayatam Sahagano Raghunatham Vidam Tam Sujevam Sarvaitam Savadutam Parijana Saidam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Lalita Shri Sakantikam Cha Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagapate Gopika Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastute Tadavajana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamani Maripriye Vanchakapataruvyascha Kripa Sindhu Jayavacha Patitanam Bhavebhyo Vaishnavibhyo Namo Namaha. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta-vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So we are, by the mercy of Srila Prabhupada, we have got another opportunity to be in the association of the devotees to relish some of the wonderful narration of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And in this chapter, and also from the previous, it's been very beautifully been described by Prabhupada how by pure devotional service we can relish the taste of Krishna consciousness. And I've mentioned before that the only essence of all the Vedic scriptures is to some way or other to re-establish our eternal relationship with Krishna. Bhagavan Sambandha Bhakti Abhideyahaya Prema Prayojana Vedatina Vastukhaya. That we and Krishna has got an eternal relationship, and that relationship can be re-established again through bhakti, devotional service, and finally we'll be able to achieve the highest goal of human life, is the prem, love of Krishna. So here also Prabhupada explains that importantly in the beginning one should have a Shraddha faith. There are 9 elements are there: Shraddha, Sadhu Sangha, Bhajana Kriya, Anartha Nivritti, Nistha, ruchi, asakti, bhava and prema. That is the goal of the devotee's life. The first thing we must have Shraddha, faith. According to the Shastras, the faith are created by two ways. Either your faith is created from the previous life, the continuation of the previous life, that when Arjuna asked to Krishna, Ayati Sarayopeta Yoga Chalita Manasa Aprapyamam Samsiddhim Kamgatim Krishna Gachyati in the chapter 6, text 37, Arjuna inquired from Krishna what happens to those who are unsuccessful in the path of Krishna consciousness. And Krishna told Arjuna, Partha Naiveya Namutra Vinasa Tasya Vidyate that by coming to Krishna consciousness, nothing is lost in this world, that in the next life, he born propya punya kritan lokam usilpe sasvate sama suchinam srimatam gehe yoga basko vidayate. And Krishna told Arjuna, those who are unsuccessful on this path of Krishna consciousness, next life, they are born in a devotee family, where they, from the very beginning, they continue where they have left Krishna consciousness, or they may be born in a wealthy family where they can utilize their wealth into the service of the Lord. Tatra tambuli samyogam labate purva devikam yatate cha tatha boya samsiddhim ari nandana. Samsiddhi means again by reviving his Krishna consciousness, he attained the perfection in Krishna consciousness. In the chapter 2, text 40, Krishna says, Neha Vikrama Nasusati Pradya Vayona Vidyate Solpam Apyasya Dharmasya Trayate Mahatva. Just even little bit advancement in Krishna consciousness can protect one from the most dangerous type of fear. So our faith at the present moment maybe would have come from the continuation of previous lives. One time the devotee asked Prabhupada, according to that verse, that what they are not very successful, they are born in a wealthy family, or born in a devotee family, but some of us, we were not born in a wealthy family, we are not born in a devotee family, but how we have got this opportunity, the shraddha, the faith to come to your organization. Prabhupada says, I've created the faith for you. So it's very important to understand sometimes what is not possible from our own endeavor is possible by the association, by the desire of the pure devotees of the Lord. So very first thing is that we must have Shraddha, faith. Now we have to make the faith more stronger. That you need the association of the stronger devotees. Because in the 9th chapter, text 3, Krishna says, Astadadana Purusa Dharma Sisya Parantapa Aprapyamam Nivartante Mritu Samsara Varidman. In the path of Krishna consciousness, if you don't have faith, Krishna says you return again to the material world. So we have to now make the faith more strong, that we need to go into the association of the devotees. And Bhajana Kriya, now we have to go and look for a pure devotee of the Lord, the spiritual master, by his guidance on the bhakti processes of Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam. So following the process very nicely according to the order of the spiritual master, that next thing will be Anartha Nivritti. There are so much of contamination, impurities has come in our heart due to our association with the material things around. So now by working under the order of the spiritual master, the anarthas, the unwanted, material impurities will be cleared from our heart. Now there will be a nistha, there will be a steadiness in our spiritual life. By that steadiness, now we will have a ruchi, we will have a taste in Krishna consciousness. Like Prabhupada saying in the explanation in these verses, that taste come in the process of Krishna consciousness, to have the taste You must have that, steadiness, nistha in Krishna consciousness. You must be fixed in Krishna consciousness. Then you get the taste of Krishna consciousness. And number 7, when you relish the taste in Krishna consciousness, your attachment to Krishna becomes more stronger. Nothing can shake you from the path of Krishna consciousness. When the attachment is very strong in Krishna consciousness, there will be a bhava, there is a beginning of the mellow, transcendental mellow, the beginning of the flame, love of Krishna. Prabhupada give an example like 7 o'clock morning, the sunlight is there. But when the midday, you see the sunlight is all total, very blossomed, is very powerful. So when we get attachment to Krishna, there is the beginning of prem, and when we are totally indulged in Krishna consciousness, that will be prema will be given to us. Now here, Rupa Goswami is explaining, Prabhupada gives us 5 different topics here. That one is Vibhava, another one is Anubhava, third is Sadhika Bhava, fourth is Vyabhachari Bhava, and the 5th is Sthayi Bhava. That prem which we are looking around is already within our own heart. When Rupa Goswami and Sanatana Goswami met Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Sanatana Goswami inquired from Mahaprabhu, Apana Ralita Kichu nahi jane, Brahme Vihare Pandito, Satyamani, my dear Lord, please tell me who am I, who am I, who am I? The village people are simply glorifying me, saying that I'm a very learned person, I know many languages, and I'm sitting in a very high position in the material platform. So always they're glorifying me, but I do not know who am I. I don't want to take birth in the world, I'm taking birth, I don't want to grow old, I don't want to become busy, I don't want to die, but somewhere or other, the miseries of life has been put upon me. Please tell me who am I, who am I, who am I? That time Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, Jiva re Swarupai, Krishna re Nityadas, Krishna re Tadakta Sakti, Veda Veda Prakar, that every living entity in this world, the eternal servant of Krishna. Krishna got many energies, and there is the potent Tadakta Sakti. Either they can go towards total spirituality, they may also move towards the material activities. And Mahaprabhu said, Nitya Sila Krishna Prema Chariya Kabunaya Sravana Richuda Chite Karaya Udaya. Then Nitya Sila Krishna Prem, that Krishna Prem, that love of Krishna which we are seeking for in this world, already eternally in the heart of the living being. By hearing about the topic of Krishna consciousness, he revives again the Krishna Prem in himself. So now Prabhupada talks about, the Sthayi Bhava here. Sthayi Bhava is the permanent emotion of the living being. Somewhere or other, the whole material world is moved by the emotion of the living being. But somewhere or other, the emotion brings a lot of enmity, a lot of jealousy, a lot of unwanted, interaction among the living being, because that emotion now, is mainly it has been materialized, is contaminated by material association. For that reason, that somewhere or other, their emotion are acting, going on material basis. But originally, that emotion is on the spiritual basis, and that emotion, Rupa Goswami gives the 2 division. One is called Mukhya Rati, another one is called Gauna Rati. This is called Sthayi Bhava, permanent emotion. Like people are looking for love in the world. Their love in the world either is a conditional or is a blind love. They got a lot of condition among their loving interaction. When the condition is met by the 2 parties, they go their own way. That is conditional love. But there are also blind love. People never think about anything. Just simply enter into a relationship, and then they get wounded by the relationship, and they also become very miserable in their life. But there is an unconditional love called a divine love. That love is accompanied by bhakti, jnana, vairagya. That's why The Shastra says, Vairagya Vidya Nija Bhakti Yogam Siksam Meka Purusa Purano. Say Krishna Chaitanya Sarira Chaitanya Mahaprabhu brings that love is accompanied by knowledge and detachment. So that is called more internal devotee. There are two kinds of Vaishnavas are there. One is Abhyandra, another one is Bhavyam. Abhyandra means that is internally is a very pure devotee, very good devotee. Is accompanied by Bhakti, Jnanam, Vairagyam. And Bhavyam means there's another kind of devotee. They have a tilak, they have a kandimala, they've got a chanting bag, but they do not follow bhakti properly. Just like Bhaktivinoda Thakur found there are so many upper sampradaya, found 13 upper sampradaya, Aula, Baula, Kathak, Bhaja, like that. So now here Prabhupada gives that there's a Mukti Rati and Gauna Rati, there is a beginning, there's a Sthayi Bhava, permanent emotion. The Mukti Rati is that there's a prime relationship in living being. That the Mukti Rati is that there are 5 kinds of relationships: Santa Rasa, Dasya Rasa, Satya Rasa, Vatsalya Rasa, and Madhurya Rasa. And there are 7 Gauna Rati. There are 7 sentiments. Then secondary sentiments are given to connect oneself into that primary relationship. That is called Asya, number 1, Adbhuta, number 2, Virya, number 3, and Karuna, number 4, Raudra, number 5, and Vivitsaka, number 6, Bhayanaka is number 7. These are the secondary components of a given for us to make this 7 secondary subject matter. And we are either as a servant of the Supreme Lord, or we are as the friend of the Supreme Lord. Now these two combine together. That our primary relationship with Krishna either as a Dasya or Satya. Now with the Gauna Rati, the 7 secondary emotions are there, now combined together. Now comes to the point. Now you combine together like man and girl, man and husband comes together. What is their purpose? There must be a purpose why they come together. So in this way now the Sthayi Bhava, the permanent emotion, one is prime, one is secondary, comes together, Mukhi Rati and Gaura Rati. Now Vibhava, now there should be a goal in your life to what you want to do with your emotion. A goal is that, called, there are 2 things are there, Visaya and Asraya. Visaya is that our goal is Krishna. And Asraya is that to achieve that goal, you need help, assistance. The reservoir is a devotee or an assistant to you to achieve the goal of your eternal emotion. Understand?
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you, Maharaj.
Translate, please.
Maharaj, because you were taking a breath. I have the unfortunate news to give you that Gopal Krishna Maharaj passed away
Wow.
just now.
A great loss for our movement. Prabhupada says our only message to the world, to everybody to become a devotee. Prabhupada says only ISKCON devotees will be able to help the whole entire world. And in this way, somewhere or other, when we lose a devotee, is a great loss for the organization. But at the same time, Prabhupada says, people outside, they may see a difference, but devotees depart in a different way. But Prabhupada says, but the devotee's departure is not the same as the karmi outside. Prabhupada says, example he gave like a cat, the cat carries the mouth, the mouse in his mouth. The cat also carries the kitten in the mouth. The cat carries the own baby in the mouth. The baby feels very comfortable. But when the cat carries the rat in the mouth, the rat feels very uncomfortable. So even though it may look like both are the same mouth, but one feels very comfortable and one feels very, very uncomfortable. But somewhere or other, is the mercy of Prabhupada that there are a lot of souls that have been brought to Krishna consciousness to assist the work of Krishna. But surely Krishna would have planned for the devotees. Maybe he wants them to go back to him and be rested, or maybe you send them to different part of the world to carry on their work. So now we come to the subject, carry on the subject. So now the sthayi bhava, permanent emotion is there. And the emotion has become material because we are connecting the emotion with as a servant, as a master, we are connecting into the ordinary human being who are also very material in their path. So somewhere the reaction, the result comes out from our interaction with other people. It becomes very frustrating. Prabhupada says, even though they serve the family very nice, even though they serve the master very nice, but at the end of the day, people are not very satisfied, not very happy with the kind of services. Finally, the relationship in the world becomes frustrating because they are misdirected. That goal is not Krishna. So the permanent emotion for you to enjoy the spiritual mellows in your life, now you already got that, mukhya and prime and secondary emotion inside you. Now your goal must be Krishna, and to attain Krishna, you need the help of a devotees. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, Krishna Bhakti Janmamula Aya Sadhu Sangha Krishna Prema Janmateno Aya Mukhya Anga. He said the important anga, limbs of Krishna consciousness is that only the devotees association is nothing else. Devotees brings the bhakti, devotion into your life, and by that devotion, brought by the devotees into your life, that gives you prem. Even after attaining prem, still a devotee remain in the association of a devotee. So now with the sthayi bhava, permanent emotion, we know it is that. And the goal of permanent emotion is that we should focus, the goal is Krishna, and the intermediate, connect you to Krishna is the devotees. Now you have understood this thing. Now you are properly connected, in that, permanent emotion activities, which, Sraddha, Sadhu, Sangha, Bhajana, Kriya, you go up to the prem. So now when you started the process very nicely, then the result will be coming out from this interaction of sthayi bhava and vibhava. That will be an anubhava. That will be a 13th transformation will come into our body, the spiritual transformation. And after that, anubhava become more deeper, then it creates a sattvika bhava. That will be a spiritual emotion in the mode of goodness. And sattvika bhava will lead you to vyabhachari bhava. Vyabhachari bhava, there are 33 transformation in your body. The anubhava is 13 transformation, sattvika bhava 8 spiritual transformation, and vyabhachari bhava it is inner emotion, spiritual emotion. There is 33 a transformation will take place. All this is called bhakti ras, or this is called mahabhav. You come. And Rupa Goswami said that preme re paramasaro mahabhava jani se mahabhava rupa radha purane mahabhava swarupa radha purane sarva gune gane krishna kanta shiromani. And the exemplary devotee who have attained that prem, that mahabhav, is that Radharani herself. Somewhere through wonderful transcendental qualities, she has attracted Krishna into a path of Krishna consciousness. In this way, Rupa Goswami says, she has got so many wonderful qualities. Out of that, there are 25 prominent qualities which have attracted Krishna towards Radharani. There is Madhura, Navavaya, Chala Apanga, Ujjvala Smita, Chalu Saubhagya Adya Rekha, Ganda Hanmalita Madhava, Sangeeta Prasara Abhigya, Ramya Vagnanma Pandita, Vinita Vidagda, Karuna Purna, Patava Andita, Lajasila, Sumaryada, Dhairya, Gambhirya, Suvilasa, Mahabhava, Parama Utkarishni, Tarishni Prema, Jagat Sriniyasa, Guru Sneha, Sati Pranayita Vasa, Krishna Priya, Avini Priya. And number 25 is called Asrava Kesava. Asrava Kesava means with this wonderful quality, she put Krishna in the pocket. Prabhupada said, now Krishna cannot run away. And number 1, Mathura is that all activities, Mathura means sweet. Prabhupada was, Prabhupada wants a devotee to read, that Krishna book, and devotee asked Prabhupada, this part I should read. Prabhupada says everything, my book is like a gulab jamun. Whichever side you bite, breaks in there. So Radharani's activities, everything very sweet. The way she walks, the way she look at Krishna, she wears the smile, everything about Radharani is sweetness. Number 1, Mathura. Navavaya, she is eternally, especially youthful. Number 3 is that Chala Apanga. Her eyes is always very restless. She always wanted to see Krishna, wanted to see Krishna, wanted to see Krishna. Beautifully, the Gita Govinda, she writes Chalasi Advrajam Narayan Paso Nalinam Sundaram. Beautifully, she described that. When Krishna comes back from, after cutting the cows, they wanted to see Krishna more and more, but somewhere or other the eyelids, always very restless. He said, no, Brahma did not make the creation proper. So Radharani is, she's very restless because she wants to see Krishna. There is, Madhura, Navavaya, Sara, Panga, Ujjvala Smita, she has got a very beautiful smile. And number 5, she has got the auspicious marks on the body. And number 6, she has got a beautiful fragrance, comes from the body which attracts Krishna more, And Sangeeta Prasara Vidya Radharani is very, very wonderful, singer. And number 8 is that Radharani is a very wonderful speaker. And number 9, Radharani also very good in making jokes. And number 10, Milita Radharani is very humble. And number 11, she, without that, she is very cunning. Cunning means not like a material way of, happening. Cunning is that she understands Krishna is very cunning. And she has to catch Krishna somewhere. She has to go the way Krishna has to go. Like Prabhupada said, if a policeman has to catch the thief, he has to run as good as the thief. So Radharani know that Krishna is very cunning. Example is that. One time Radharani and Lalita were playing dice game, and that time Krishna came. Krishna said, "Oh, include me in the game." And Radharani said, "No, you tell Krishna not to disturb us. That will go into another problem." And Krishna said, "No, I would like to play." And Radharani says, whatever you do, then later on, it become a problem. You will go and complain to Mother Yasoda. Yasoda will be talking, oh, these girls are disturbing my boy, And Radharani says, anyway, he doesn't know how to play, And Krishna said, that was last time I do not know how to play, but now I know how to play. And Radharani said, but you cannot complain, cannot go and complain to your mother. He said, okay, so what the price is going to teach you? Radharani took out the necklace, she put it, she said, if you win this dice game, you take the necklace, and you put something in it, if I win, I'll take it, And Krishna only got the flute with him, he kept the flute, and then, and they said, okay, play the game. And Krishna wants to throw the dice, then looking at Radharani, and he was a little bit, shaken by the look of Radharani. And then he told Lalita, you tell your friend not to look at me like that, He's disturbing my mind. And Radharani said, look, it's already started the problem now. He said, you came to play, you focus into the game while you're looking at me. And then he threw the dice, he called for number 2, but number 2 didn't come out. And then Radharani called, number 1, and she got number 1. So Radharani, won, and she took the flute. And Krishna says, better give back my flute, Radharani said, you tell, Krishna, you already lost, that's what is, he has promised. No, I have to go to my mother, my mother will be asking for my flute, and my mother will be very angry with me, please give back, Lalita said, you lost the game. Krishna said, I told you before, because of your friend only I lost the game. She was looking at me like that. Again, I'm very confused. She is very good in captivating my mind. That is why I lost, So Lalita said, okay, now anything else you have to give, you know? You got anything else to give? Krishna said, I got only two with me. One is my mind, another one is my flute. My mind is in the heart of Radharani, and my flute, he pulled the flute and ran away from there. So he's very cunning in talking and everything. So Radharani also follow because she has to deal with him, not easy. So number 12 is that, Viraga, Karna, she is very compassionate to every living being. The 13 is Partavahandita. She is very good in performing the duty. She got a family, she got a mother-in-law, she got sister-in-law on the other side. With all these family duties, she still never forget Krishna in her life. So she is never, because people normally we call them come for program, they say, I got so many other work to do. No, they give, oh, you're not chanting, I got this duty, that duty. But Radharani perform all the duty very nicely. At the same time, she never forget Krishna. Partavahandita. And Rajasila, Radharani is very shy. And the third is that Sumaryada, she respects everybody around. And number 16 is that she is Sumadhairya, she is very fixed in Krishna consciousness. And number 15 is that Sudairya, Suvilasa, that she is also very great Gambira. And number 16, she is very playful. And number 17, Mahabhav, she is the embodiment of Mahabhav, the top ecstatic love for Krishna. And number 19, number 20, number 20, she is also Parama Krishna, Krishna Tarini Prema, she is the highest excellent. 21, that she is the topmost of all the devotees who are very humble and meek in the world. And number 22, that she is also very loving to elderly people. And number 23, she is being controlled by the love of the gopis. And number 24, that she is the chief of all the gopis. And number 25, Asrava Keshava, that means she put Krishna in her pocket. That's what Prabhupada says. Now Krishna cannot run away. Because the very first quality of Radharani is Madhura, sweetness. Whatever, the way she walks, the way she looks. Rupa Swami beautifully explains, Atma Sukha Dukhe, Gopire Nahika Vichara, Krishna Sukha Etu. Rupa said that the Gopi, the Radharani, they never at any time thought about, their interest in the world. Whether they are happy, whether they are sad, that's all secondary matter for them. Always they only thinking how Krishna will be happy in the world. When Radharani met Krishna in Kurukshetra, she said, Priya Priya Sanghina, Priya Priya Sanghina. According to the Shastra, if somebody truly loves somebody, if one person dies, another person cannot live anymore, they also will die. But Krishna, we have truly loved you. But still we are living in the world because to make you happy. Because you promised that you will come back soon. When you come back to Vrindavan, we are not there, that will hurt you so much. So living also we are because of you, and not taking off our life also just because of you. So the way they dress, they put on before putting on the dress, they think of Krishna, whether Krishna will be impressed today by this dress. The makeup they put, the ornament they fix, everything they think whether Krishna will be liking this color, liking these ways of doing things. In this way, that to come to that prem, that topmost love of Krishna consciousness, and Radharani obtained that love for Krishna, so she became a good exemplary ways. Now Chaitanya Mahaprabhu comes again, Aradayo Bhagavan Vrdesa Tanaya Kantha Mukundavana Ramya Kaship Upasana Vidavadu Vargena Kalpita Srimad Bhagavatam Amalam Manam Preman Puman Archoni. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, something extra to the world. The goal of human life is been given in the Shastra that they must follow Dharma, number one. With Dharma they accumulate wealth, economic development, Hatha. With an economic development they go into Kama, sense gratification. And finally, with the help of the Dharma again, they try to get liberation in the world. Mahaprabhu bring extra, there is a prema. He said, however you do things in your life with, so much of advancement, material development, you will never be happy in your life. You will be frustrated if you don't have the love in your heart. So bring the prem, the fifth element, which will settle down everything in the world. So in this way, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu comes, and then he told Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, said, Tara Matya Sresa Nama Sankirtan Nir Aparada Nama Laile Paya Premadan. Tara Matya Sarve Sresa Nama Sankirtan Nir Aparada Nama Laile Paya Premadan. In the out of 9 path of devotional services, which is Sravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu, Smaranam, Padasevanam, Archanam, Vandanam, Dasyam, Sakyam, Atmanivedanam, the 9 process of Krishna consciousness, that he says the topmost is that, that always you chant Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. And if you're chanting, he said, Nir Aparada Nama Laile, you don't offend the Vaishnavas. He said you will attain the prema of Krishna very easily. So there are 6 things are known as the Vaishnava Aparad, we must know. There are 6 things are given as a Vaishnava Aparad. Number 1 is that killing a Vaishnava is a great Aparad. And number 2 is that blaspheming a Vaishnava is very great Aparad. Number 3, thinking thinking bad about a Vaishnava is an Aparad. Number 4, angry upon seeing a Vaishnava is an Aparad. Number 5, don't like to see a Vaishnava as an Aparad. And number 6, not offering obeisances unto Vaishnava is an offense. Mahaprabhu said, Tarin Matya Sarva Srestha Nama Sangita Nir Aparada Nama Laile Paya Prema Dandat Prema. You will obtain Krishna to Krishna simply by chanting Hare Krishna. And in that goal of prema and chanting, he said, if you don't offend the Vaishnava. So by the mercy of these Vaishnavas, that we can progress very nicely. And the process is very simple. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he said, Subhadi Roy, when he came to Mahaprabhu, Subhadi Roy, he was a Hindu being converted to become a Muslim by chanting of some mantra. He went to so many Hindu Brahmanas to ask for some advice how to become a Hindu again. And all the Brahmanas, they told him that the Smarta Brahmana, they say you're going to take a ghee, boil the ghee, and then drink, the hot ghee. So in other words, they are telling him you go and commit suicide. It's no worth living here because they have committed, they have converted you to a Muslim. Then, Chaitanya, Supari Roy went to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, this is what has happened, that, the Muslims have chanted some mantra, they have sprinkled water on me. They said, I'm Muslim ready. I got all the Smarta Brahmanas. They said, you better die. There is no other way for you. So please tell me what to do. And Mahaprabhu says, Hare Nama, Hare Nama, Hare Nama, Eva Kevalam. Hello, Nasti Eva, Nasti Eva, Nasti Eva. In the Kali Yuga, there is no other way. There is no other way other than chanting of the Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. So there is a subject matter that Sthai Bhava is inside to permanent emotion. To establish that permanent emotion, revive, you have to connect yourself to Krishna. To connect yourself to Krishna, you need the help, association of the devotees. When that things are done properly, now there will be Anubhava, transformation. There will be a spiritual transformation of 13 kinds called Anubhava. From that it goes to Sadvika Bhava, another 8 kinds of transformation. And from there it goes to a Vyabhachari Bhava, that another 33 kinds of transformation. Altogether will blossom as a Mahabhava, where all the devotees of the Lord are seeking for the kind of the topmost excessive love for Krishna will be gained by this simple process of always keeping ourselves chanting Hare Krishna and be in the association of the devotees. And in the association of devotees, 6 things we shouldn't do. Don't kill a Vaishnava, don't blaspheme the Vaishnava, don't talk bad about Vaishnava, don't become angry that somebody come in the temple, you don't like to see that person. Normally it's happening in some temples, in Hindu temples, you go, I don't like this guy, why the fuck come to temple, So don't become angry because somebody you don't like coming to the temple, and then don't be like I don't like to see, that also no good. And then seeing any Vaishnava, you should offer your obeisance. If you follow these 6 things nicely, the chant Hare Krishna, that will lead you to the whatever has been mentioned by Prabhupada. Oh, thank you so much for being
Thank you,
here.
Maharaj.
Thank you so much.
His Holiness Bhakti Mukunda
Hey.
Swami, thank you very much.
Thank you.
I have
All
a
going to
question,
you.
Maharaj,
Yes,
if you
sure,
don't mind.
Sure.
It's a technical question.
I see whether I can answer you, otherwise I have to pass it to you again.
So first of all, I wanted to thank you very much for your association, for taking
Thank
the
you.
trouble to come and see us.
Thank you so much.
As you see, we are a small group,
Yeah.
but we are very eager to hear.
Yeah.
So thank you very much, and I hope that you will come and visit us again by the next opportunity.
By your Lordship here.
Thank you very much.
Thank
Thank you. Then, of course, I want to apologize again for yesterday.
Don't worry about it.
Thank you very much.
Language problem.
My question to you is, I give an example so you can maybe understand my question.
Yeah.
The example is, for example, Himanga Prabhu and me, we've been building this temple here because of circumstances.
Mm.
So, for example, for me, I know every detail of what needs to be done to be successful and give opportunity for the devotees to come, have programs, make advancement in Krishna consciousness. So I can see and I can understand everything to the details what needs to be done in this area.
Yeah.
So you give me the understanding that from your life, your study, your dedication, your whatever makes your person, you are understanding everything that's in Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam and all these things.
That is no.
Yes.
No, okay.
So now one more, that's my topic.
Yeah.
So for us, for example, in my case, I understand everything here, but I'm the only one who understands all these things.
Yeah.
So to make it available to others, Mataji, every time you say, and there is 5 things for this and this and this, and then there's 20 of this and this and that, and there's 50 of this and this and this and this and that. Question,
Yeah.
how do you do this? Because the Bhagavatam and the Bhagavad Gita is not written like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 20, and all these things. So Maharaj, my question to you is, how did you study these books that in your mind all this is like a big plan and everything is clear, this is here, this is there, this is there, and this is that?
Well,
My
the
question.
important thing is that not just knowing, you must have a love towards Krishna. So I don't think I got that kind of love for Krishna. When Krishna went to Hastinapur, to have a peace talk, Duryodhan made a lot of a wonderful feast, food preparation for Krishna, but Krishna instead went to Vidura's house, and Vidurani, out of love, she peeled the banana and gave the skin to Krishna to eat. But Krishna, it takes the love of Vidurani.
Yes.
The next day when we came to Duryodhan, Krishna said, Duryodhan said, you have actually insulted me by not, honoring the food I've cooked for you. Krishna says, always follow the path of dharma. Krishna says that, there are 2 reasons a person can eat in somebody's place. One reason is that he's very hungry. You give food, I take. Another reason, if he's not hungry, still by your love, because of love, we take. Krishna told Duryodhan, I'm not hungry. In the same time, you don't have love for me. So for that reason. And Krishna said there are 4 kinds of people's house you should not go and eat. Somebody who is very ungrateful to you. Somebody who is disrespecting the elders. Somebody who is eating in that house, but he's planning something bad for the house. And also somebody who is trying to destroy the leader at the right moment of life. Krishna says always follow the path of dharma. So for that reason, because you have no respect for elders, you are very ungrateful. So for that reason, I'm not taking anything. Now come back to the process of building up anything. 3 days before Prabhupada left the world, Prabhupada very much talks about the re-establishment of Varnashram system. That everybody, if somebody thinks that I'm the only person can manage, can do, and finally they will become failure. A leader means, yes, must have a followers behind them. Prabhupada says, the system given by Krishna, 4:13 Krishna explains, Chaturvarine Maya Susta, Guna Karma Vibhagata, that everybody been created according to their own guna and karma. There's a beautiful nature is in everybody. So everybody is talented to contribute something to Krishna. In the Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 1, Chapter 2, Text 13, it's been mentioned, Ala Pumbe Dveja Susta Varnashrama Vibhagasa. Srutanavya Samsiddhim Aritoshanam, keep centered, Krishna is in the center. Now whatever position you are, whether you are intellectual Brahmana, whether you are administrative Kshatriya, whether you are business Vaishya, whether you are laborer Shudra, whatever social order you are in, now Tasmat Ekana Manasai, Bhagavan Saswatim Padim Sutta Vikititavyasa. When you say that, now you focus into Krishna consciousness, you're chanting, you're remembering, your hearing of Krishna. By doing this thing, you become perfect in the Brahminical system, in the Kshatriya system. So anyways, Prabhupada wanted us to re-establish, and Prabhupada was talking to Arichuri Prabhu, and Arichuri Prabhu says, Prabhupada, what is the requirement for us to re-establish? We're already trying to make Vaishnava here. Prabhupada said making Vaishnava is not that easy thing, and to remain as a Vaishnava also very difficult. Prabhupada told him, you have seen how many have come, how many have gone already. He said, more easy way to make devotees and to establish, the Varnashram system, that anybody comes, they're qualified to do something for Krishna. That means we have got a lot of work to do here. There has to be financed by somebody. A Brahmana, normally they focus into knowledge, training and Brahminical work. So this work should be done by the Vaishya. Normally when I went to open center in a new place, a few new places, I go and meet people, and I tell them I'm going to open here for the betterment of the society here. You please finance me for 6 months, So what? I said, I have to pay the rental $1,000, I have to pay other expenses. So you finance me every month $2,000. You give me for 6 months, after that I don't come back to you. Then I go to another person, another 6 months. So done ready for 1 year, I try to open preach, and I establish this where you can only to depend on the donors and so much So like that if we can develop the system that to identify, that's why the children have been sent to the Gurukulam, so that the teacher can identify what is nature, whether he can become a good economic development. Because in a society, it needs, the 4 things must be there, dharma, artham, kama, moksha. So by, identifying some of the people who can be very good in, bringing in some money and doing all this work, we should empower them. And those who can be very good managers, on the administrative side, they can also, lead. We say Prabhupada, even within 12 years, short time, Prabhupada, has established a system where, somewhere or other, even in the absence of Prabhupada, that, the devotees, everywhere, even though it's not easy for them to preach, practically Kali Yuga, everybody will be a Sudra. And Krishna told, after 10,000 years, he told Mother Ganga, after 10,000 years, there won't even be any, all will be outcast, in the material world. So like that, I just say, it is all by the blessing of Guru and Krishna that, from the time I joined Hare Krishna movement till today, I only do one work only. I always go out and preach, Of course, there are devotees who came with me, many, 98% of the devotees are married, they do different things, But, when I joined till today, I always think, I think that is the nature born in me. And then, from the very beginning, I tell you how I got this thing, okay, sorry. When I joined, I can speak a very good Tamil, So there are no, there was another sannyasi who was there in Malaysia, Bhakti Vrijendran, and then Swami, and sometimes Subhak Maharaj comes. So I go with them to translate, their lectures. And after that, when I was traveling with some other devotee book distribution, and some places they call us for the program, so I have to give class to them. I do not know how to give class in the beginning. So at that time, they used to have a monthly Back to Godhead magazine. So always I look, because the Back to Godhead magazine, every time there's one lecture by Prabhupada there. So I do not know how to give lectures. I go and read the lecture. So I repeat, and then the Prabhupada lectures with so many, he will quote from this place, sloka, this and that. So I've been, somewhere or other, I got that kind of, training that I read and then I repeat. So slowly,
like
I have to
parrots,
memorize.
say like parrots.
Like parrots,
Like parrots,
yeah. So now when I'm driving, then I put the sloka and then I try to memorize. I go to the toilet and take a sloka. Every, so in this way, for me nowadays I become, I'm more attracted into understanding, the sloka, that I think by memorizing the sloka, memory become more better. So, but there is no Kali Yuga. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu did not spoke philosophy to everybody and anybody.
Yeah.
He speak very little, but he spoke, that the tattva, philosophy only to the particular, very confidential, like Ramananda Roy, Swami Damodar Swami, there. But generally, Mahaprabhu, never speaks the philosophy to anybody and everybody. They always get them to chant Hare Krishna and emphasize always be in the association of the devotees. So, that made me, to try to read. And then my life itself, I've learned, to be honest with you, a lot of things from ISKCON movement. I joined when I was 21 years old. Now I'm 63 years old, almost 40 years here. And about 15 years ago, I went through a cancer. So I was diagnosed with cancer. There was, they remove a lymph node, cut a little bit from the tongue. And the doctor says, there's a cancer, ulcer in my district. He said, I do not know after this whether you'll be able to talk or not, because we have to see how much it has spread. And then they remove the lymph node. And doctor says, yours is a third stage, maybe you may come out well, you may not, you have to sign a date. So I was, praying to the Lord, if I'm not able to talk, better take me, what I'm going to do here, Then I was there in the hospital, then devotee, see, I was alone there, and devotee busy with many things. And the night before the surgery, they said Monday is your surgery and Sunday, evening 6 o'clock, the nurse came. Up to that point, I was in the hospital for a few days. But I was not worried, nothing, And the 6 o'clock evening, the next day morning, nurse said 8 o'clock is my surgery. She came the pope and then she said, she gave me a dress, blue color. You have to wear this one tomorrow, you have to go to surgery. The moment she came 6 o'clock and gave me the dress, I got freaked out, I really got frightened, because then I was thinking of Prabhupada. I said, Prabhupada says, a man should know how to live and how to die. So I told somewhere that I learned a little bit about how to live, but I never learned how to die. There's the time I was thinking how to die, And next day, morning, the nurse came to take me, then, they pushed me into this thing, and then I started to cry, But I did not learn how to die. And that time, I more or less like had a vision of, Hanuman, he's going to Lanka. When Jambavan, because Hanuman has to go look for Sita. And then, the distance from this side to the other side is about 800 miles. And they were talking which monkey can go. All the monkeys say, oh, we cannot go, Maybe I can go, but I cannot come back, it's 800 miles. And Jambavan told Hanuman that, Hanuman, you can do it, Hanuman said, how I can do it, I'm a monkey. Then he said, you're not a monkey, Actually, you, I know, Lord Shiva himself, come to the world through Vayu. He says, now, you are the only person, but you've been given by mercy by the 33 million demigods, you can do whatever you want to do. But you have forgotten, because of the curse of the surges in the forest, you've been disturbing them with all the power, you think you're very big. The surges have cursed you that, you will never go with your own power. So Jambuan says, you have the power, you are not a monkey, you're not a monkey. So I can see the vision up there, That is coming in that, I'm not a body, And then Hanuman said, so to regain my power, what I should do, Jambuan said, call Ram, call Ram, Then I started to chant, Say proper, very, the mercy, it comes into, then I go, I come up, and then one of the doctor friends said, you are safe, no problem. Then I was in the hospital. One of the temple president came to see me, he's about, that time, I was about, 45 or 46 years old. And the devotee came, brahmachari, very nice brahmachari, he helped his perfectly good. He's a temple president. And he was about 35 over years. So he came to see me in the hospital. And then he said, Prabhu, I'm very sorry to see in his condition. So I told him, why you worry, don't worry. Prabhupada says, everybody has to live the one day, live the world one day. I told him, maybe you'll go before me, And after 1 month, he died, Because he went for one day, played a little bit football with the devotee, he collapsed and then he died, but his health is okay. So like that, then I come to the temple, and I need a room for myself, but there's no room in the temple, Again, I have to stay, I have to go for radiation, I have to keep the, medicine, I was vomiting every day. One time I was 90 kilo, within a month, the
Some
radiation.
picture outside is another person.
Yeah.
It's a big man.
Then I lost about 20 over kilo within a month, Then I need the money for medicine. I need, euro about $100. But the leader, they don't want to give me the money, Oh, they said you're always going traveling here and the you go and ask them, So I don't have money, And that was the most difficult time in my life. So I decided that. Then I remember Prabhupada said Krishna consciousness is an individual battle against Maya.
Yes.
I remember
It says
that.
in Bhagavad Gita.
Yeah, that's right.
Clearly. But in the new translations, they don't say this anymore.
What?
Because they start changing, make it softer for the public.
Oh. But that is nothing wrong.
Yes.
Individual
But
battle.
this is important. It's an important message.
You're
One
right,
of
it's
the
an
most
individual
important
battle.
message.
Yeah. So like that, so I remember that, from now onward, I got to make sure that, it's not about the organization, not about anything else. It's your life, your journey is between you and Krishna. And, if you, do focus into what you have come in for, you'll become very strong, and Prabhupada, Krishna will protect. In this way, always I know that my only job is preaching, so always, I normally, I wake up 3 o'clock morning, I chant about 4 rounds, and then I read a lot, because why? Then, at that time when I'm reading, I get a very beautiful realization from the same thing. Then I start writing, I got writing like that. One day I want to produce small book for people in Malaysia. So like that, my experience in the organization is a lot about the devotees. Prabhupada said many comes, many goes. He said, don't be surprised, how many goes. Be surprised how many remain. To remain in the organization, you have to, uplift your consciousness, at least come to the mode of goodness. You can remain, So like that, with all this, I'm not a very good, but somewhere or other, the knowledge has protected me. There was a time I thought I wanted to leave ISKCON, There was a time because, life was very difficult.
I would like to say something to this.
Yeah, that's
point.
right.
Also, I don't, because I keep forgetting where Prabhupada says, in the Bhagavad Gita, he says, if you think that you're going to be more Krishna conscious outside of ISKCON, you are hallucinating. That's the word he is using. What is hallucination? When you take LSD drugs.
Yeah.
LSD drugs, you're hallucinating. And Prabhupada uses this word, he says, you are hallucinating if you think that you're going to be Krishna conscious outside of ISKCON. Because in ISKCON there may be so many difficulties, authorities, troubles, so many things you don't like. But if you think, oh, I'm not doing this anymore, I'm going to go somewhere, you say you are hallucinating.
So that was, a difficult time, I was alone, and then, then I was a brahmachari that time. And then I went to South India. It's about you do the recording the one. Not the very. You know. So anyway, then I went to South India. I thought, maybe, I should go and find a job. I need some money for my medicine, cancer thing if it comes again. I went to South India, then I was there for a few days. I bought a white dhoti and white kurta. I kept it. Then one of the devotee said, oh, long time he don't know what's happening with me, he long time didn't come to Vrindavan, Then I thought, maybe I make a final trip to Vrindavan. See what Radharani got offered to me. Then I went to Vrindavan. I stayed there for 3 months, and I deeply, read Prabhupada's book and very good chanting. And then my trip with Vrindavan and Radharani's special blessing, I came back, I threw away everything, and I focused into what I'm here for. So
You just throw away the white dhoti and kurta, right?
Or the
White.
I'm trying to be a devotee, I'm not a devotee, but somewhere there. It's all by the mercy of Prabhupada, the mercy of the devotees. You go to different temples, different places. There's no devotee, then we will be, it's a question of whether we will be remaining as a devotee or not. We may be very strong, but you go to a place where there is no devotee, slowly, you will decline into, your practice. And somewhere when I had a difficult time, I went to Vrindavan. So I felt if somebody having a difficult time, they're going to spend some time in Vrindavan, absorbed, in Krishna consciousness, and definitely the special blessing of Radharani, I'll be forget about everything else. So like that, somewhere that way he brought me. Today, I know whether to be sorry to the whether ISKCON exists or don't exist, whether I'm still a devotee of Krishna. The Prabhupada was talking to one of the reporters. Reporters say all the time you're mentioning about Vaikuntha, you go there, no anxiety. The reporter asked Prabhupada, now, Swamiji, you live your world and then you go to there, but there's no Vaikuntha. When you're thinking Vaikuntha, you go there, no Vaikuntha, what you will do? I still will be devotee. Prabhupada, I still will be chanting Hare Krishna, still will be taking prasadam, still will be in the association of devotees. So what is I'm living here? I'm already living in Vaikuntha.
Yes.
So whether you are going there, but while you are living here, almost the devotee has got knee problems, So they're quite happy about it. So life is a very challenging, very difficult journey, but remain very strong in your life. Always chant Hare Krishna. Every day, Prabhupada said 4 things are very important for devotee. 1, they should take care of their health. 2nd, they should chant, their rounds. And 3rd, they should be doing some seva for Krishna. Number 4, they always should read his book. So your health is good, you can do a lot of things for your life and for Krishna consciousness. Make sure you check your health, make sure that every day you're chanting Hare Krishna. Make sure that, even in the house you offer some flower, do some puja for Krishna. And finally, every day you read, spend some time reading Prabhupada book. Everything is there in Prabhupada books. It will revive every, doubts and illusion we have got in the world.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
We have to stop here because we have to take care of other things.
Okay, so yeah.
Thank you very much. Do you know what times? Who is going to pick you up?
11
I
o'clock.
was told
11 o'clock they come.
11 o'clock
They will
somebody
come.
coming.
So make sure all of you Prabhus, make sure Maharaj gets a proper breakfast. We have to break Ekadasi before 11.
Yes.
Before 11. So please make sure we don't miss this. Thank you very much,
Okay, thank you
Maharaj.
so much for kind hospitality and all the devotees that you
Yes,
see.
thank you. And I hope that you will put a mark on the map for coming back. Okay.
That provided your Jagannath loves me, and I try to love him. And by the mercy of a Vaishnava, sure, get the opportunity to meet
Thank you
again.
very much.
Thank you so much for your
Hare
kind
Krishna.
hospitality.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
There is one more Bhagavad Gita they are asking you to
Okay,
sign,
okay,
if you
okay.
don't mind.
Sure.
And here's the Bible.
Okay, thank you so much. Hare Krishna. Hare
Hare Krishna.
Thank you.
The boys are going to take care of you.
Yeah, sure, sure. Thank you so
Hare
much.
Krishna.
Hare-
Wo bezahlst du das?
Ich gebe gleich. Das geht. Wie sich gucken.
Maria,
Kannst du mir das Kissen mal bringen, was da drüben